and this is the time for learning labels in Adobe Photoshop. So what is labels in Adobe Photoshop? Labels mainly using for two purposes. The first thing is labels mainly using for color correction. If you want to adjust the color of an image, then you have to use the labels. And secondly, labels using for correction of tonal range. So you can take a look. Here is an image from our exercise file, and you can take a look. We don't have the actual adjustment of color in here. So we're going to fix it, and let's take a look how it looks like after applying the labels. So let me turn on the labels one layer. Magic! You can take a look. We have the actual adjustment of color correction, and we have the actual tonal range. So this is how labels are using for making adjustment of color and tonal range in Adobe Photoshop. So let's take a look in details how it will apply labels in Adobe Photoshop. So at first we have to open our exercise file for learning labels. So here is the file menu, and here is the open option. Okay, so inside the color adjustment folder, you will get this labels image. So you just have to select it, and then you have to click open. Okay, so this is our image, and you can take a look. We don't have the actual color in this image. We don't have the proper brightness. We don't have the proper adjustment of color in here, and we are going to fix it. And we are going to fix the image, we are going to fix the brightness, we are going to make the color correction using labels. So where is the labels? You will get the labels option inside the adjustments panel. So here is the adjustments panel, and inside the adjustments panel you will get the labels option. So here is the labels option, and you can take a look. This is the properties of labels. So we're going to make the color correction for this image, and therefore we have to move this pointer, and you can take a look. Here is the range. Right now we have the 255, and we have to reduce this point of 255, and this is the settings of highlight actually. So we're going to fix it. So let's move this pointer. If you move this pointer at left, then the point of highlights will be reduced. And please make sure you are keeping the RGB option. You will get red, green and blues option, but we will work RGB at once. Okay, so let's make the adjustment of highlight and brightness. So therefore we have to move this pointer at left, and you can take a look. We are getting the proper brightness. Okay, cool. So you can take a look. We got the perfect brightness and highlights for this image. But if you move this pointer, then what will be happen? If you move this pointer at right side, then you will have some black or dark shadow in here. So let me show you. Okay, we got the black or dark effect in here, but it's not seems good. So we have to move this pointer at left, and here is the value. Right now we have the 0 value, and now we have the perfect brightness, and we have perfect color adjustment for this image. So let's compare between before and after. So here is a new layer is created inside the layer panel. If you turn off this layer, then you will have the previous view of image. So let me turn it off. Here is the previous image, and you can take a look. It's really inactive. And after applying the labels in the image, how it look like, let me turn it on, and we have the perfect light, perfect highlight and the perfect brightness in here. So this is how you will apply labels in Adobe Photoshop, and this is how you will fix some images in Adobe Photoshop using labels. So see you in next lesson.